Hello everyone and welcome to the driver's room 2-hour endurance set up by our host today, Mr. Comrade Mitsos. And today we are on Blue Moon infield in the Group 4 cars. The groups are split into countries: Italians, Americans, all that. There we go. Put a link up to my channel as well. So yeah, I went in for a little impromptu and last-minute call of doing a live comms. I haven't done this in a while, and it's going to be interesting to see how the boys do. And yeah, let's take a look at what people are in what cars and get you all through this. We should be about 14, 15 drivers today. Starting off the field, this is a guy I haven't seen before, but I think he's part of this race. So let's see if I can get that overhead thing. There we have Garrett. Let's call him Garrett. In P1 for the moment. We are doing the old style of qualifying, so that means fuel burn and just drive until our host starts the race. Here we have Britain's Bid, also known as TX141. For people that knows this guy, he has done live comms for the Drivers' Room Endurance Championship for the past 4 or 5 weeks. So it's time for me to return the favor. Here we have my buddy Mung. He's in the American team. America, yeah! I'm not gonna do any F-bombs today, so if that sounded funny, it is because it probably was. In the fourth, we have Comrade Mitsos, the one that's hosting this shindig. In fifth, we have Mr. Sir Bottle Job, that ended up in third behind me on the Thursday race this week. Senna, the Tier 1 driver from the Drag Championship, or I am gonna hate myself for saying this, but ADAC Championship. We have Jeep. He hasn't been showing too much in the Thursdays, but let's hope he can get his scheduling together and get some proper racing in the future. John William Megan in 8th and in the mighty GR4 Viper. Jules, a last-minute entry. He basically joined as a last resort. He had nothing better to do, so he wanted to do some racing tonight. In 10th, we have Tenured Frog, or just Frog as we know him from the Discord channel. In 11th, we have Revs, the current host of Tier 3 and the Thursday Championship of Drivers' Room. Nightmare Racer, the Dark Lord of our Discord channel. Speed 140, I think he is Nightmare's friend, and he is an extremely fast guy, so watch out for him. DRC JZ is also a very fast dude, and let's hope he can get some speed into that Beamer. And hi on stream, Craig. Watching your Commander do some live commentating today. I was hoping to do some silly sprints, but I heard this race was on, so figured I do some live commenting. Ah, yeah, speed races in Tier 2 of the RSL and the RFS, yes. I forgot that. He should be ready for Tier 1, right? He should have. I don't know how he does in the RSL these days. Cooking steaks for dinner. I was a little bit clueless on what to have in the food department today, so I just ordered myself a quick and easy little pizza. Garrett, as I'm gonna call him right now, is in P1 still. The Garrett? The Garrett? Why must people have such difficult names? Britain Spit, our live comms guy in Tier 2. From what I've heard, he's gonna move up into Tier 1 for next season and do some live comms there with the fastest aliens in the driver's room. Say hi to Louise. Mung is burning fuel. This is the nations and manufacturers all over again. FIAs, that's the right word. Let's see. Five minutes left, people, and we are good to go for 2 hours. So unlike the 1 hour endurance we have on Thursdays in Driver's Room, this is the 2 hour special one that gets run every few, well, once a month, basically. Takes a long time to set up, takes a long time to organize, and Monginho was the first to organize the 2 hour. He was the brainchild of it all. He did organize, what was it, 2 or 3 of these 2 hours, and then VQS Dawson, aka the Stig. Some say he likes to punch babies and eat live alligator babies. All we know is he's called Stig Dawson. And then Comrade Mitzos took over the leadership of the 2 hours. Takes a lot of time to organize, as I said, and it is a 2 hour race, and it is quite a bit of a commitment to get stuck in a driving chair for 2 hours. I am just going to go back to the lobby and check if we are a full room, which we are indeed. We have 1 available spot, so there's probably 1 guy missing. From what I know, it is Jeff Cusker that hasn't shown up yet. No, I'm not gonna race. I'm not gonna race. Wrong button. So, yeah, today is gonna be an interesting one. I got a glass of Pepsi Max besides me and a bottle of water, so my thirst is gonna be covered. The Garrett has set a new lap time of 1:11.5. This is a guy I have no knowledge of, no idea where he comes from. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's how fast it goes on that corner. Have had plenty of run-ins with that wall. Mung in the Corvette. Let's see if I can remember my buttons and all. H for that, yep. Britain the Spit is in second place, so he does have some speed to him. He is one of the most skilled live comms guys I have ever experienced. Why he doesn't have a proper job within motorsport commentating, I have no clue, but if you never seen him commentating on a race, please check his channel out on Twitch, TX141, or his YouTube channel, TX141. In the PSN, he's called Brit in a Spit. Very, very skilled guy. He's done his research. I wish I could do the same, but I am just a quick show for this. Last minute entry as a live comms, so I haven't had the time to do some proper research on the guys. Hi, Luis. Don't beat Craig too hard. I hope the rabbit is still alive. Alright, here we go, guys. I am just going to disappear from the spectate and go back in as soon as I can. There we go. Let's follow the race start. Let's hope everyone gets through cleanly in the first corner. It is a bitch of a corner. Here we go. The 2 hour is on its way, and it's a good start for Mung. Goes on the inside of Mr. Garrett. Britain Spit is caught on the outside. Oh no, he makes a move on the... Oh, what the frick? Oh, and we have Britain Spit up into second. And Garrett has dropped down to third, unfortunately. Mung had an amazing start and went from third right the way up into first. This is going to be a long, tough race, guys. So grab your popcorn and your food, and we will... Go Biscuit Guardian, yeah. Guardian of Biscuits, and yeah, I don't remember the full line. If you remember it, please let me know so we can bring that onto the stream. Let's go down the field. Bottle Job in the fourth, Senna in fifth, and we have Mitzos in sixth. JC has done an amazing start. He is up into seventh. Speed 140 is challenging Frog. Looks like he has the inside of Frog. And we have the two America cars. Oh! Jules and... what was it? Revs and Speed. Revs and Frog. Yeah, they're the two teammates. Where's the overhead thing? No. There we go. And let's bring back the, there we go. In 10th, we have Mr. Jules, the late entry. William Megan in the America car. Speed 140 has dropped down to 12th. Nightmare Racer in the Lonely Skyline. That's going to be a difficult car to handle for sure when the tires start going off. And he's on Racing Hards. Why is he on Racing Hards? Oh, are they going into the pit? Oh, they're going into the pits already. Whatever for? This is this is a little surprising. Like, I think a couple of people forgot that their tires were on hard, and let's see what yeah, he's changed to racing soft and speed 140 to racing mediums. Huh. They have to. Oh. Ah, I get it. They're following the FIA stuff. And we have Mr. Der Garrett. He has gone up into first place. Can we get a replay of that? I'm sure we can. Let's see what happened. Mung might have had a bad exit out of the hairpin. Yep. Bad exit out of the hairpin. And that puts Garrett up in front of Mung. But Mung does have a lot of grunt in that Corvette. Should be sort of easy to get past. We have Britain Spit right in the back of these two. Not only is he an exceptionally skilled live comms guy, he is a very good driver too, it seems. I haven't had the pleasure of racing him yet. I think I might have been on the same track as him in the 2 hour at Le Mans that we had maybe 6 months back. Senna is up into 5th, ahead of Mitzels. Good to see him in another car than the AMG Merc all the time. AMG GT. Bottle Job has dropped down to 6th, and Revs is moving up to 7th, and Frog is following closely behind. We have Jules right ahead of William Megan in the brawling Viper. Roaring Viper, I should say. Jeep in 11th in the Atenza, the 4-wheel drive system car. Maybe that will be a force to be reckoned with near the end of the race. JC is still having to do a lot of catching up. Nightmare Racer out on the mediums, so he was on the racing soft a couple of laps ago. I think they're just getting the worst tires out of the way quickly. I think when I raced this, I started on the best tires, and then near the end of the race I went on the worst tires and went right back on the best tires. We have Britain Spit trying to overtake Monk, but there's not enough speed in that 4C Alpha on the straight. The Corvette just has too much power. The American will always be stronger on the straights, and the little Alpha is looking for a move into the next corner. Will there be enough room for them both? And Britain Spit manages to put himself into 2nd place. Good job from Britain Spit. I'm just gonna call him, I think his name was Paul, so I might just go with Paul. Monginho in 3rd right now. And Mung is not a slouch at all. We will follow these two for a little bit. Go for a back view. Look at the speed Mung has. Beautiful racing from the guys. America! F yeah! Speed 140 is still chasing Nightmare. Oh, and it looks like Speed has the move on Nightmare before the start-finish straight. Puts him up into 13th. I think Nightmare might be struggling a little bit now with the, what? Oh shit! Wrong button, guys. Sorry. I think Nightmare might be struggling a little bit with the Skyline. Racing mediums on the Skyline and soft, soft on the Lambo. Who will chew its tires first? JC still in 12th. Jeep in 11th. He's chasing down Frogman. John William Megan in the America Viper. Revs in the America Mustang. And we have Mitzos trying to make a move on Bottle Job. Bottle Job covers the inside corner, and will Mitzos have the better exit out of here? Let's I gotta find the right buttons. I haven't done this in a while. Will Mitzos try and go from move on the outside in the hairpin? Maybe the next one. Sir Bottle Job manages to cover him off for the moment. Ferrari looking dangerous. Too many more scrapes of that, Mitzos, and will not be able to catch Bottle Job. Senna, he is looking lonely on track in the only SLS. All right. Britton is bid, or Paul, still in second place. Looks like he is pulling out a little gap down to Mung now. That little 4C seems to suit this track. Not a lot of straights, but a lot of small corners that the 4C might excel at. And we have Garrett. He looks to have this covered for the moment. But it is a 2-hour race. Anything will and can happen. I can't even speak today. I've done a commentary video today as well, so my throat might be a little bit dry. Bottle Job seems to have Mitzos covered for the moment. Not a lot of action between them. Is it Senna right in front? It is. Mitzos is losing a little bit of ground. I think they're all calming down now before the first pit stops and whatever. Just there's no point in giving everything at the moment. Revs is trying to catch up to Megan. The Viper, of course, being my favorite car in the world. I don't know how the GR4 counterpart is because I haven't driven it much. But it should be a firecracker on the straights. Jules, with no preparation, just threw himself into the fire and is doing good so far in 9th. Jeep in 10. JC has gotten himself back up in up into 11th, just ahead of Frog. In the early running, I'm not sure. I don't know who has the strongest side or anything in this race, Craig. It could be down to anyone, and right now it looks like the German might steal the win, but of course it's still too early to tell with just 15 minutes driven, almost. This is really going to be a matter of who can last longest. And Nightmare has been in for a fresh set of racing softs. Good to see the Skyline out on track. It's a car we don't see often in the GR4, mostly because it has horrendous tire wear. So let's see how this boy does. Hey, Ricey. Oh, and Nightmare. Oh, no. Maybe I cursed Nightmare a little bit, saying that the Skyline hasn't been used often, and it is a monster on its tires. Nightmare cleverly gets out of Garrett's way. Oh. Commentary curse. Can't let... Yeah, if Britton Spit or Monk can do anything, they probably are the only ones at the moment. They are 7.6 seconds down from the leader, but the gap between Monk and Paul here are not that big, and anything can happen still. The tire wear is quite low, but it looks like Monk is chewing out his right front a little bit more than Britton Spit's tires. That 4C seems to be nice to its tires. Mitzos has gotten ahead of Bottle Job, so Bottle Job must have, as his name applies, bottled it somewhere. Senna still in... no. He was in 4th, and now he's in 6th. I think he spun somewhere. So easy to do. Oh, look at the way he struggles with that car. Oh. Can't be easy with Megan at the back. Oh, and Megan just taps the grass. The Viper is kind of understeery, at least the GR3 variant is. Could be difficult to keep that beastie on track. Megan is followed closely by Revs and Jules. They're both hungry for a position. So let's see if they can do something about Revs. JC has got Jeep and Frog right behind him. The replay angles on Gran Turismo are some of the most beautiful we have in any racing game out there. Forza can't compare to the replay angles, in my opinion. we have Nightmare Racer. Let's hope he can stick with the entire 2 hour. It's going to be boring being a back marker and all that, but he is technically right now in possibly the weakest car out on track, but let's hope he at least can do something good and catch up to his friend Speed 140, who happens to be his rival in today's race. Yeah, it does, Ricey, it really does. Garrett, as I'm calling him, as I've said before, Gary. That's his name now, Gary. His name is probably going to change a couple more times. Britton Spit is extending his lead down to Mong now, and it looks like the gap between Gary and Britton Spit is quite stable at the moment. It looks like Gary is extending a tiny bit, and Mong's tires might be going off a little bit, and he might struggle to keep pace. Let's take a look at the fuel levels and see who has burned the most. It looks like Gary at the moment has burned the most fuel. Britton Spit and Mong look very similar, just over half a tank used. Then we have Bottle Job that's gotten ahead of Mitzos again. He has, and maybe the commentary curse will strike again, and Mitzos goes on the outside and passes Bottle Job. It's gonna be too wide now, down to the first hairpin. Bottle Job will have the inside. Maybe Mitzos can do a cutback move on the next hairpin. If Bottle Job takes it too wide, it looked good for a moment, but Bottle Job has it covered for the moment. Senna with just over half a tank used as well. Megan's fuel load looks very good, and Jules, he is very good on his fuel as well. The tires are actually starting to look worn, and he's using his hazards. Why is he using his hazards? Maybe he's going into the pits. Yeah, I think he is. Same with Revs. He is also going into the pits. That will probably promote Frog and Speed 140, I believe. And we have lost Nightmare Racer. Nightmare Racer just decided that this is not for him. I can understand that it will be quite demotivating to stay at the back and have no chance of catching up. And yeah, Mr. Nightmare has been forced to retire his car. Britton Spit stays out for another lap. It looks like he can stay out for a lot of laps, to be honest. Mong might have to go in with the next few laps. But that 4C looks very, very greedy on its tire wear, or stingy. Doesn't want to use any tire. Or maybe is like Gadget that's figured out the proper way to save tires and still drive fast at the same time. Gary is now out on new fresh racing soft tires. Bottle Job is still staying ahead of Mitzos. Mitzos and Bottle Job are really battling it out, and Bottle Job is still ahead of Mitzos. This is wonderful to see. They will use a little bit more, and Revs has left the room. Looks like Mitzels is going to try and attempt to go for an outside move on the last hairpin, and still it isn't enough. Tries and tries, but it wasn't enough. Let's see if he can take him down the straight. Senna is closing in now because of these two fighting. I think Mitzels lost a little bit of time staying back there and battling with Bottle. Oh, and Bottle, no, Bottle bottles it. Oh, that's not the first time he's heard that. And we have William Megan just twats it into the wall, as our voice of the driver's room would say, Mr. Grimm. William Megan still manages to keep the car undamaged. But Buttle will have to watch out for Mr. Megan now in the America car. JC is up into 8th place. Very good drive from him so far. Speed 140 has crawled himself up into 9th place. Jules in 9th, at 10th, I mean, just ahead of Frog. Frog is, wow. God damn, that car really drinks its fuel. Look at that fuel compared to Jeep and yeah, Jules. I don't think Frog has been into the pits yet. Maybe he has and just forgot about the fuel. He'll have to fill a hell of a lot of fuel just to, yeah, there he goes into the pits at lap 20. Speed 140 into the pits as well. Tenured Frog into the pits. We have Britain Spit finally into the pits after lap 21. Or start of lap 20. Yeah, it's end of lap 21. Let's see where he comes out in comparison to Garrett. Has he jumped him? No, he has not. And Mung is following the German Gary closely. There might still be time for these guys to show them who's boss in the driver's room. The veteran Mung. Mitzos is finally in some breathing room away from Bottle Job. Bottle Job is still in 5th. And he has William Megan in the Mighty Viper in just close to his gearbox. Oh! Yeah, you might need to connect your PS4 to a cabled connection, Revs. It could be unstable at times, for sure. Alright, we have followed Mr. Megan for a while. Mitzos has gone into the pit. And he is filling up his car, probably topping its car off. Its car off. And it looks like Gary is starting to pull away again. And Mung might be having... well, he's still doing a good time. Oh, god damn it. Keep pushing wrong buttons. Sorry about that, guys. And Britney Spit has gone in on another pit stop to put on the hard tires. Mr. Brojob with 4 liters remaining, so he'll have to top off as well. What? Ah, he didn't, because he's gonna go in the next lap and change to a new set of tires again. And then probably fill his car. Oh, well, I hope you find the most important buttons. As long as she doesn't have a sledgehammer waiting for you every time you do something wrong and push the wrong buttons. Gary is still in the lead, looking like a very strong driver. Mung in the house, still staying out on worn tires. 32 seconds ahead of Britney Spit. And let's see, why isn't it? There we go. Britney Spit has been into the pits yet again and changed to Racing Soft. This will be the time where he runs away from Megan and JC. JC's up into 5th place. Why isn't the buttons working? JC is in 5th. He started all the way from the back, had a very unlucky start to the race, and now he is in the top 5. I will say this, JC has truly improved over the last 6 months in driver's room. He is going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with. Mitzos in 7th. There we have Bottle Job. He has gone out on the mediums and still not taking on fuel, so I think he's getting rid of the mandatory tire compounds. Megan has gone on to the hards, and he will stay out on them for 1 lap. Jules is being challenged by Jeep. Jeep is going for... Why isn't this stupid camera working properly? Jules in 9th. Speed is up into 10th. Bottle Job is filling up his car, and he is finally back out on those racing soft. Frog has probably done the tire stuff as well. Mung has done his, well, he's doing his tire changes as we speak. I wonder if Gary is aware that you have to use all compounds in the race, medium and hards. He's so far been out on the softest compound. We have Senna. Megan has not filled up his car. As we go back to Mung, he is going in for his proper pit stop this time. Filling his car to the brim. I can just imagine them saying, go, 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 fill the car faster. As we see Britney's bit going up into second place. There we have JC, he's up into third. Comes out right in front of Mung. This is a surprising development, guys. He has gone from the very last place on the board to a top 3 podium, right? Blah, blah, top 3 position. There we go. I can do it when I try. The mouth is getting dry again, so I'll have to apologize for some, drink. I am not drunk. I don't have any alcohol around the house. Senna is still in 5th, so he's at least got 1 position back. Mitzos is in 6th. Where is Bottle Job? Has Bottle Job left the building? No, Bottle Job is just down the field after he bottled it. And I think Jeep is going into pits shortly to fill up his car. Speed 140. Let's just call him Keanu Reeves from here on. If any of you have seen Speed, you'll know that Keanu is the hero. JC is down in 7th. He has done his pit stop. And he's got the German Gary behind him. Gary is going to lap JC in a second, and he's already lapped Keanu. We have Gary going on the inside. Doesn't look like JC is willing to let this go, but he has no choice. Britney's bit is ahead of Mung, 7 seconds ahead of him now, in fact. Mungino. We have Senna. Senna's catching up to Mung. 2 powerhouses of a car of cars. Could be interesting to see. As we head over to Mitzos. Jules has been lapped by Gary. Here we have Keanu Reeves. Mr. Bottle Job trying to fight his way back up the field after his bottle. Just ahead of William Megan. Not the perfect track for the Viper. Needs more straights. Or just left turns. No rights, just left. Jeep in 11. We have Mr. Frog in 12 in the America car. Written Spit is a long way from Mung at the moment. As I said earlier, if you want to see some proper professional live commentating, check out Britton Spit's Twitch channel, TX141, or the YouTube channel that he has with the same name. He is one of the most skilled people I've seen so far. Makes me look like a great big amateur. Mr. Mung. Mung woke up today in Conan XL's in the server me and him are on, and he woke up in the desert with a graveyard on his bed. So someone must have taken him out of the picture. Maybe Ben slapped him in the head or something. We don't know. I don't think we'll ever know, as Ayrton Senna comes out and he is just going out on low fuel to do the required tire compounds. Mitzos is now catching up. Mitzos has done the tire compounds. As we have 19 minutes out of 1 hour done. And then we just have another hour to see how much these people will last. 2 hours will really prove well, it will take a lot out of the drivers, that's for sure. I did a 2-hour race at Le Mans, and it was difficult, but it sure was fun. The hours just flew by, like it was just 30 minutes, so it's definitely a fun thing to try. If you'd like to join us in the driver's room, just please contact me or any of the guys, and we can point you in the right direction. Speed is going into the pits. Senna has gone into the pits as well. Let's see if we can find Mr. Senna. If the camera wants to cooperate with me. There we go. Senna has filled his car with a half tank of fuel. Racing soft, and his compound switching is done. He's now behind Mr. Bottle Job. Bottle Job, who just no, wait, he's ahead of Bottle Job. That's I'm blind today. Bottle Job is trying to stay ahead of Mr. William Megan. Let's go on board with Mr. Megan now. Take a look. That's Mr. Megan. Just waiting for Mr. Bottle Job to bottle it. We'll follow the fight between these two. America car. And the Lexus. Bottle isn't able to shake Mr. Megan. Bottle Job is going highly defensive right now. We have Mr. Keanu Reeves. He has joined the fray. Maybe you can fool these two guys into making a mistake, and he just can swoop up into P8. As we see, Gary has gone into the pit. What tires will he choose? Maybe he hasn't gotten the memo. He goes out on a new set of soft. So he might not have gotten the memo. Mung is 12 seconds behind Brit in the split. Mitzels is up into 4th. JC in 5th. Just ahead of Mighty Senna. Oh, and Willie Megan has been able to get ahead of the two guys. And it happened before I could show it on the replay. Jules has gone into the pits now. Speed is trying to get ahead of Mr. Bottle. But Bottle still has enough grunt to stay ahead. I think maybe Bottle Job did a little mistake in one of the hairpins, making it possible for Mr. Megan to drive past. And Jeep has left the room. No! Probably disconnect. That's going well. Speed might be able to make a move on Bottle. Goes on the inside into turn 1. Makes the move stick, but Bottle Job comes back. Gets a better exit there. Yeah, and Keanu has to slot back in. Job is not safe at all from Mr. Reeves. "10 minutes to go, and we've done 1 hour already. Probably going to be around 100 laps, maybe 90 plus. Gary is 20 seconds ahead of second place man Britt. And it looks like Mr. Bottle Job has bottled it. What has happened to Bottle? Oh no! I have done that so many times. Oh no, 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 no. So easy to do, and this is quite a difficult first turn. And Bottle Job has lost the position up to Keanu, as I call him. Mr. Frog has gone into the pits, comes out on a fresh set of softs and full tank of fuel. Mr. Jules in 10th with just over half tank of fuel. Bottle Job might have to go into the pits soon. His right front is starting to go off as we hear some tire screeching, but I think that's mostly because of the curved turn 1. Megan is starting to push forward. Senna is catching up to JC. Grandpa Dave. Mr. Monk in all his lonesome at the moment. Britt and Spit is being followed by Speed and Bottle. Looks like Bottle has been able to catch up to Speed quite a bit. Looks like Speed has been into the pits as well, and Bottle Job is going for a move on the inside of turn 1. Makes it stick, but oh my gosh, the car looks squirmy. Mr. Speed does have better tires, so he should be able to keep up quite easy. Shouldn't be that difficult for Speed to pass him on the straight, if I'm brutally honest. As we go on board and with the rear view of Speed. These two are the closest rivals on track at the moment. Oh, and Speed goes with a beautiful move on the inside. Puts Speed back up into 8th place. Almost looked like a dive bomb for a minute there, but Speed has a lot better grip in his Lambo than the Lexus. And Speed goes extremely wide in the first hairpin, making it possible for Bottle Job to get back into 8th. Speed will have the inside now. Oh, no contact, but Bottle manages to keep the car planted on the black stuff. Hey, Tom Nixon. Another bottle. William Megan, all by his lonesome. Senna is hungry for action, or maybe, wait, it's Mitsos. He's right behind. He's on mediums, so I think he hasn't done all of his compounds just yet, but he might go into the pits to do the last compound change. What is going on with JC? JC is looking good on tires and fuel at the moment. He should be able to last for a few more laps. Mitsos is also staying out on mediums, so this might be his plan for a few. As we see, Senna is running bingo on fuel. JC is back up into fourth. He's got a bit of lag. He should be doing okay. Mung in third. Just doesn't have enough power in the handling sections of the track to keep up with Britt. And we say that, and he is about to go in for a pit stop, I would believe. Let's see if we can figure out William Megan. I saw a yellow flag somewhere. Could be Megan. No, it isn't. Let's see if we can find the culprit. It's Frog. Let's see what happened to Frog so we get some action. Oh, and Frog just goes out to the wall. It's so easy to do in that corner. As we see Megan passing Frog, his teammate. Brett Nesbitt has gone into the pits. He's probably topping off the fuel. Where's Mung? Mung's coming up in the straight. Will he be able to take the place? Yeah. TX comes out just behind. He'll have superior grip. But I'm not saying that Mung is very easy to pass, because he is really not. So we see Senna going into the pits with 1% left. Mitsos is also in with 12% left. Probably, yeah, he has been on the compound strategy, and now he's going to top off his car. Senna has gone for half tank of gas. That should last him until the next pit stop window. Mitsos is still in the pits, running out right now. As we see Speed in the pits, no fuel left in the tank. Jules is coming up to the start-finish straight. Don't think that's enough gap for him to catch up to Speed. Speed going out of the pits right now. Yep. Mr. Frog in 11th. He has really dropped down in that Mustang. And going back to Gary in first. He's been dominant all race. He's probably at the Dawson and Adventure Racing James's levels. Probably a little bit below. We'll stay with Mung and Britt Nesbitt for a few moments while I just need to take a real life pit stop. So I am extremely sorry. My bladder is about to blow. we are back. I don't have an infinite bladder as we have passed the 1 hour mark. We have 1 more hour to go and we are on our 49th lap. And saying that, it is going to be about 49 to 50 laps more. So these guys are probably going to be dead tired when the race ends, as we see Britain Spit going ahead of Mung on the start-finish straight, but Mung has a little bit more grunt in that mighty vet. Mung and his dozens of accounts. He races in all regions of FIA. Needs to try them all. Like in Pokemon, need to collect them all. You are. Set up a party, Craig, and I'll join you in the party. Assuming you have Comrade Mitzels on the friends list. Speed 140. Bottle Job is up into 9th, being followed closely now by Mr. Jules. Or was that another? Nope. Jules is about to be overtaken and lapped by Gary. Jules throws himself to the outside of the hairpin and oh! As Gary almost clips the grass. Bit has gotten himself a 1.6 gap down to Mung as he drifts. Mung is running low on fuel, but he shouldn't need more compound changes other than soft. Mung uses the entire track. He might be getting tired now. 56 minutes remaining of this 2 hour. JC in 4th. A whole 31 seconds ahead of Senna. He should be safe from Mr. Senna. Mitzos is 9 seconds behind Senna at the moment, 7 seconds ahead of William Megan. William Megan is 6 seconds ahead of Speed, and Speed is ahead of Bottoms Up by 10 seconds. Jules is closing in on Mr. Bottle Job, and Frog is suffering all the way at the back in the heavy Mustang. Pretty sure our friend Senna is glad he's not driving that thing today. So Craig, if you're still watching this, create a chat lobby and I'll just join that. It will be a little bit of a PlayStation blue screen while I join Craig's chat if he opens one up soon. As we see Mong going into the pits. Very long gaps between the pit stops, and I think, oh, Mong hasn't done all the pit compounds yet. Just took on enough fuel to get the car around on those ugly mediums. As we say hello to our friend Craig. Hello, Craig.
Helps if I turn the mic on, doesn't it?
That could work.
Not like I have a track record of doing that, right?
So,
thought I'd come and join you for the last hour.
How are you doing tonight, Mr. Craig?
Good, I'm stuffed. Ate far too much food. But we had you as the soundtrack to our dinner.
Oh. And Mung goes into the pits again for probably the right compound now. Soft. Is our German Gary doing the compounds at all? No, doesn't look like he is.
I'll double check now. There's quite a severe penalty for it as well.
I don't know who Gary is, so maybe he's Mitzo's friend. Well, he has to be if he's in this room.
She's on softs again. I'll go double check the legalities of it now.
He's done just soft as of yet. And I think every other driver has done the forced compound choices that you have to drive for at least one lap.
Let's see if I can even find the 2-hour section.
Should be very far down on the Discord list.
Oh. I closed it because I muted it.
Yeah, I've done the same. I haven't been active in the 2-hour for a while.
Let's see.
I'm just going to change the audio mix. There we go.
Okay, so tire compounds, racing soft, racing medium, racing hard. All compounds must be used at some point.
Yeah.
Failure to do so will result in position penalties, 1+ position per infringement. So if he's only used racing softs, it could drop him to 3rd.
Yeah, and that means Britain Spit, the Tier 2 commentator, will then be awarded P1 and Mung in P2.
Yep. Which is a shame, seems he's 35 seconds ahead.
Yeah. Maybe he hasn't gotten that info. Mr. Frog, is he racing in Tier 3 this season?
Yes. Although I haven't raced with him. I think he raced when we raced at Big Willow.
Oh.
And he didn't race last week. It's actually the first time we're probably seeing him race.
Yeah.
And he's last.
Yeah, Rice. Gary is still in first, but he might end up in third after infringements because everyone needs to use all compounds at least once. And he has just been on the Racing Soft as of yet. So, this might be...
It's game on still.
Yeah.
Second place is a win. Although TX141, no, sorry, Bretton Spit he's what, 42 seconds ahead of Monk.
That little Alpha does the corners a little bit better than the Corvette. Did I say Mazda? I meant Alpha.
No, you said Alpha. You did say Alpha. Okay. But going by what the way he talks about it, he's a pretty handy driver. He seems to know the lingo, as they say.
Yeah, I've been inspired by him, but he is just skilled in levels I don't. I can't replicate the ways he's doing it because he's just that professional.
Yeah.
And,
no, I have to be careful with this. That I don't. You know exactly what I don't. I have to come with a parental guidance sticker on your stream.
Yeah, Ricey, from what Craig read on the rules, for every compound you don't use, you lose a place. Was that correct?
Yeah, well, 1 place per infringement. So if he's only stuck on the softs, he's got potentially a two position drop.
Yeah.
A penalty for each tire compound he hasn't used. Ricey should stop being antisocial and come and join us. He'll probably put a comment now saying nobody wants to hear my raspy voice.
Well, he's put his voice in the world with his stream yesterday, and Senna goes off on the grass.
Yeah, it was quite funny watching his stream yesterday. Actually got me back playing that game today, getting really frustrated. I blame Ricey for a lot of my game choices.
Oh, and William Megan has been into the wall somewhere. We have to take a look back at that, see what happened. He has, as Grim would say, twatted into the wall, I think. Wait. Oh, no, he didn't actually. Britney's Bit has spun, and what happened is that Britney's Bit unghosted just as Megan was driving through him.
Oh, the old I'll ghost you till somebody actually goes through you.
Yeah, so let's take a look back if I can. No, it doesn't want to show me.
Speed's getting rid of his hard tires.
Has it been long on those tires yet?
I don't know.
Maybe he's doing the compound stuff.
He's fueling up as well. He only had 3 litres of fuel left.
Yeah, he's done his last compound, I think. So, my dear teammate, have you been able to fix your power cable? And is the rabbit still alive, or has he become food?
No, he is still alive. Just I had to promise not to hurt him.
Oh.
No, well, luckily I have another a charger which uses the exact same cable, so I just managed to swap it out, but it's not what I wanted just before the start of an endurance race.
Yeah, that's that's quite understandable.
And I do apologise to you and Ben and Muller for screaming swear words in your ears when I noticed it.
I hadn't started my stream, so I don't think it got caught on that, so you're forgiven.
Just pulled out the pits, put my foot down, the car went straight, and I was like, uh-oh.
So how was the racing in Tier 3? Except for one guy.
We're not talking about Tier 3. I'm trying to be a new calm version of myself, please. Don't take me back to that place. It was actually pretty good once all the interesting stuff finished.
Well, that's good.
There's a lot of little battles on. Me and Rocker had a couple of little battles at the start just to start to get really good. I went wide. But no, it was okay. Jammy was untouchable. Ricey, stop it. I can see your comments.
Yeah, there was just no fighting JJ on Tier 2, and I just couldn't get away from Bottle Job. So
JJ's very, very good. He makes no mistakes.
No.
He's just so smooth at what he does with the car.
So it's going to be very interesting to see him in Tier 1 next season and see what he can do about the big boys.
There's going to be a good mix up there.
Mm-hmm.
Rice, you better watch it.
Ricey's going to be alone if Muller and Senna and Ben decides to go down on the free will. Well, Ben is probably going to get relegated, but
well, I suppose we got to wait and see who's driving, how many positions are going to be going up and down.
Are you thinking about dropping down as well, Ricey?
Ricey should change all his cars and come down to Tier 3.
Yeah,
where all the cool kids hang out.
You should do a Mac, for sure. As we come up with, come back to Britain's bit. He is comfortable in second. I think he's lapped Mr. Senna as well.
Mung seems to have made up a lot of time on him. They look like they've both been into the pit recently, which I didn't notice, but Mung's only 34 seconds behind him now. He was 40 at one point.
Yeah, but Britain's bit did have a spin and the incident that happened between Megan. So
I'm sorry, yeah.
That's probably been the defining factor right there.
Oh, Nightmare's gone.
Well, he left the early stage of the race. He's just left the room now.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in the skyline, and I think the commentary curves just destroyed his vehicle.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he was in the skyline when I was flicking through. He was the only skyline, right?
Yeah. But the one that surprised me the most today is definitely JC. He was... I think something happened at the first few laps. He was all the way at the back, and he's clawed his way up into fourth. So
JC is an animal at the moment.
Oh yeah, I'm starting to fear him in Tier 2.
The only thing with JC, and I've said this to him a number of times, if there's gonna be an incident, it finds him.
Yeah.
And gets him. He seems to just have the worst luck half the time, and that's what affects his racing. But if he manages to avoid anything happening to him, he's very, very quickly.
Yeah, and I saw Muller's Little Stewart's video, and like you said, trouble found him in the very last lap, in the very last few corners of Fuji, and yeah, he was not a happy camper.
It lets him get so far, and Slap just finds him and gives him a whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely some quick guys coming through the ranks racing.
Yeah, JJ and Bottle Job. Well, JJ is extremely fast. Bottle Job might be on mine and Ricey's level at the moment. Perhaps a little bit faster, even.
Just prone to a bottle or two.
Yeah. And Keanu Reeves is in 9th, as I call him.
Do you know what? It took me for a while. I could hear you saying that, and I was like, who is he talking about? And then I looked at the thing, I was like, oh, speed. Right, I get it now.
Jules is basically just a late entry today, and got himself racing. He was bored. Trying to keep up with Mitsos.
Those two always have a pretty good battle.
I've been missing Mitsos in the Thursdays lately. He hasn't shown for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think he said something had changed. It's circumstance. I think it meant he was missing them. But on a Sunday, they both run in Tier 2, and they battle it out a lot.
Well, Mitsos is 1 lap ahead of Jules at the moment, but Jules is trying to stick on his bumper. Gary is still staying on soft, so it will probably and most likely be a 3rd for him with the infringements. Britain Spit is looking low on fuel. Good tire wear, but
you never. But it's still 37 minutes to go. He's not far ahead. He can maybe at the end just jump in, put medium on, go around, put hard on. That's him done. But
it could be a valid strategy. That's what I did in the 2 hour of Le Mans. I think it's almost 6 months ago now, and I waited with my lower compound changes to the very end.
I only did the Spa one.
Ah, yeah. Wasn't that one of the very first we had?
I think it was the first one.
Yeah.
When Mung was still doing it, it was good.
Wasn't that in the GR3s?
Yes, it was, yes. Because I was quite a way behind the voice, and while I was driving around thinking, managed to devise a way of getting in the pit and catching him every time I pitted. Because he was in Z3, I think it is. And his tyres were going off massively compared to mine.
Yeah, that's one thing about Grim. He butchers the tires, but still stays out of them, and shows that he's got balls at least to stay out of them that long.
Yeah, but that's why I like this longer version, because you can do things like that when you're looking and figure things out. And it just knackers you.
And
it's a long race.
I have noticed one thing now. JC is closing in on Mung.
Oh my word, he is.
6.2 seconds behind.
JC could get on the podium here.
Yeah. This could really get dangerous towards the last 35 minutes of this race for Mung.
Yeah. JC's got very, very slightly more tyre wear.
Yeah.
Fractionally on that front right. Although he does have the Mustang of Mung's teammate in between him and Mung.
Yeah, Frog, but he's also a lap down, so he'll have to let JC through.
If I was in comms, I'd be telling him not to. You block him as long as you can.
And Jules has dropped into the pits. And it looks like he's just staying there at the moment. Maybe he's grabbing the beer.
Tires are changed now.
Yep.
He's probably flipping his burgers.
Yeah.
I do like them American liveries that they've done.
Yeah, Mung made those. Proper America car.
Yeah. Doesn't surprise me he made them. That's
As we
I
see
think
Britain jump in.
When I did it, it was Mung's in my team. Oh, that's okay. Don't have to worry about liveries.
Let's see where Mung is. He is coming up on the straight now. And
although fuel-wise as well, JC's going to have to jump in before Mung.
Yeah. He's probably using a lot more fuel.
You think the Yang tank would be using more fuel though?
Mung's probably fuel saving a little bit, maybe having it at 2 or 3. I could be wrong. Maybe he's just short shifting. Take a look. Yeah, he is short shifting.
Careful.
Yeah.
There's that thing's got the torque you can short shift. With the big V8 down in the front.
Maybe it's a little bit like the McLaren.
JC's past Frog now.
Well, Frog didn't make it easy. Oh, as JC just twats into the wall. Still manages to keep it pointed forward. Frog hasn't given up. He is trying to pass JC as we speak.
That won't irritate JC at all. Mid-sauce is in the pits.
Probably in for his last pit stop as we've lost Jules. I hope that wasn't due to a connection issue.
No, he's had enough of that this year.
And
Gary's in the pits.
Have Gary in the pits. Let's see if he changes to one of the other compounds.
And if not, that means he's not watching the stream, and shame on him.
Yeah. He is topping his car.
Softs again.
Yeah. No, he definitely has not changed to the other compounds, that's for sure.
Jeez, he's quick though.
Yeah. I would say he's rivaling Dawson and JJ speeds.
Yeah, he's 122 ahead of Britness, but
about the lap bottle job. So we see Senna and Megan going in. Both empty.
John pushed. John pushed the limits on the fuel there.
Oh yeah, the thirsty viper. And
ooh, that was close.
bottle job is 0% fuel. Wow.
Perfectly judged. JC's in.
See what JC does. Does he top off? Probably gonna last until the very end. He has topped off. What did Mitsos do? He also topped off. It's up to Mung.
Yeah.
I don't think Mung is going in for the next 5 laps at least.
Mm-hmm.
Could be close.
Just depends. Do you stay out and try and push it, or do you dive in now, cover off, and take on less fuel? He's gonna keep going. That's what would be rattling around in my head right now.
Yeah. Yeah, the strategy I had on Thursday to cover off bottle job was to wait until he went in first.
Yeah.
And then going on the very next lap. And it worked, but on the last pit stop I was getting nervous. And then he figured out he actually fueled a few percent too little and had to go in for an emergency. And I think that's what won me second, I mean. Oh, there's 7 gears in that freaking Ferrari. I thought it was just 6. Senna is chasing Britt in the spit, but he's a whole lap ahead of him.
Probably just trying to stick into his slipstream.
Shouldn't be. Oh, and Senna's car is looking a little twitchy.
Shit, that was a power slide and a half. And John's not far behind him.
Megan is really catching up.
And look who's right behind.
Yeah,
Will and Megan. Gary.
We have Gary.
So Gary's now even starting to catch second to lap him again. That's insane. I can't get my head around that. I hate fast people.
Yeah. That
makes me feel terrible.
Well, I'll say this. I am sort of glad that JJ is as fast as he is, because he's probably going to be a challenge for the Tier 1 boys. But right now, I truly hate him in Tier 2. And I had one of my best qualifying laps ever on Thursday, and 2 laps later, JJ just crushed it with 3/10s, and or 300ths of a second, whatever it's called. And yeah.
I could not qualify on Thursday. Could not get a single lap pace out of that car.
Oh.
I was better in the race, trying to put a qualifying lap together. In the end, I think I gave up with about 6 minutes left, and just parked it up. So I ain't going any faster.
Yeah, and Grandpa Dave is catching up to Mung. He's caught almost 3 seconds down to Mung now. 28 seconds behind. Mung's gonna lose that gap when he needs to fuel. And Mung's fuel is looking low.
That's where my panic would be. Seeing the time come down and knowing I'm going to sit there and wait for the tank to be filled up. Well, probably won't have to fill it, but still.
I don't think Mung needs to top that Corvette, but probably halfway.
Still not going to be a splash and dash.
No.
Though he is pretty good with his strategies. So for now, I will believe in the Biscuit Guardian.
Field is kind of spread at the moment. It's not a lot of action going on.
Well, if John can get up towards the back of Senna though, and Senna can get a bit of a push on, they can both catch Mitsos. 6 seconds, well, just under 6 seconds up the road from Senna. And it's dropping all the time, so.
And we have Gary catching up to Senna as well. I think that's where Gary has got most of his gap, is because he hasn't done the tire.
The slower stint.
Yeah.
Or throwaway stint with the hard, at least, anyway. 1 lap and done or something. Still, it will be such a shame if he doesn't do it. All that Fuck. Which most of us would take a third, but it's probably gonna not feel too great for Gary.
No, definitely not.
But rules are the rules.
Oh yeah.
You need to read them.
I've seen a lot of people in the FIAs just lose positions because of not following that required
Still
tire.
baffles me. Still baffles me to this day. That is still the people not doing it.
The last manufacturer I remember I did was at Maggiore in my GR3 Viper, and you had to do, what was it, 3 compound changes, or 2? Yeah, 3. And I just saw people staying on 1 tire, and they dropped like 5 or 6 places.
Yeah.
Because of it, so
especially with the penalty as big as it is now, like, you can really knock you back now.
Mung has a flashing fuel light now, so I think he might be diving into the pits shortly. Staying on for 1 more.
He's really pushing it empty.
Yeah.
Or he must. He's not revving right down the straight there. Maybe turn the map down a bit now as well. Gaps hold into JC at the top end of the 27s, bottom end of 28s. So. Just depends how long he's going to be sat still for now. He's coming round to the stop finish straight. JC's coming down to the hairpins.
Let's see, Monk dives into the pits.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on JC here.
Yep.
He's just coming up round to the last corner now to come on to the start finish straight.
Monk is changing tires. He's taking on fuel.
This is going to be close. JC is on the start finish straight now. Just coming past the pit entry.
And Monk is heading on his way out.
This is going to be close.
Oh, this is going to be very close. If JC has a proper handle on that Beamer, it could be very close towards 19 remaining minutes.
Well, this should spur him on now, because now you can see, man. And you just get that extra bit, don't you, just when you can see the guy you're chasing.
And unless Monk can quickly get ahead of Bottle Job, he will lose precious, well, hundreds or...
Yeah, I was literally just about to say he seems to be stuck behind that Lexus. He's just wasting the 100% grip that he's got at the minute.
Gap is shrinking, but we are on the straight. The Lexus is also a very power-strong car, like the Corvette. Maybe the Lexus is a bit more powerful, I don't know.
Yeah, Lexus is very good in the straight. It's a 7-gear car as well, I think. Ooh.
Oh, and Buttle almost bottles it.
Well, he let him through there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Then they're identical on fuel, them two as well. Monk's just got a tiny bit less than JC.
Yeah.
JC's maybe done one extra lap just to be sure.
Yeah, I don't think fuel will be an issue for them in the last 17 minutes. What about Britain's pit? He looks good on fuel. Same with Gary. Well, Gary might actually have to go in one more time, possibly.
I really hope Frog is using pad, otherwise he's flashing Britain's pit, because it was on a straight as well. Oh, excuse me. And often you see a back marker flashing. Somebody who's lapped him.
I don't like that corner. The turn one. Turn one.
Yeah, it's one you have to commit to, isn't it?
It just looks so brutal when the cars just bounce off it into the flats.
Yeah, where the bank meets the flat. I just don't like it because it's where I ruined Alex's racing D-Rack.
Oh.
Where I had my panicky moment and just put the car in a really wrong place. But life lessons, you know?
Yeah. And it looks like... Yeah, okay, Jules is gone. That's right.
Yeah. Mung is stretching a little bit on JC now. He's pulled out of 5.2.
Maybe, yeah, Monk's new tires are probably giving him an extra edge at the moment.
Yeah. Robbing us of a bit of excitement. Oh, Senna, I was just about to say he's catching Mitsos.
Senna has spun it. Did he get on the grass?
He started losing it coming through turn 2. The back end just seemed to get light and it just slid onto the grass then.
Oh, yeah, he was actually on the grass and then couldn't get off it, and it resulted in smashing into the barrier. But at least he doesn't have to go into the pits and fix that bloody damage.
No. And it also puts him just over 3 seconds behind John, Will and Megan, so they could get into it as well. As Frog's looking to unlap himself past Senna.
And Senna just twats himself into the wall a little bit there. And his fuel levels are starting to go low, and he dives into the pits.
So we're not going to get anything between him and John. Just going to stop saying people could be close to each other.
I think we're both commentating cursing here.
Yeah. You're cursing the drivers, I'm cursing the action.
Yeah. But I will say this, TX or Paul, Britney Spit, whatever he likes to call himself, he seems like an excellent driver as well as a live commentary dude.
Yeah.
So,
which fills me with joy if the rumours are true. There'll be another fast bugger down there.
Oh, and Bottle Job just has a little drift out of, what is it, turn 3, 4? But manages to stick it. Doesn't ruin anything for JC, but JC is dropping off to Mung a little bit.
Yeah, he's lost a second in the last lap or two. His front's giving him a bit of jump now, but it looks starting to get some wear on him.
I thought the fuel and tire wear would be a little bit higher, but it's probably low enough to... And we had one guy parked on pit. And who was that? Mr. Frog. What in the world happened to him? I have no idea.
He's still going on my screen.
Yeah, there was some... maybe the map thing bugged itself a little bit, but someone was standing still on turn 1. It looked like Frog, but... And Gary is running low on fuel. He's probably going in within the next few.
Now this will be the time where it really shows, does he know about the tire rolls or not?
Maybe he's just saved it for the very end.
Oh, to America's getting very close to go with that. Nearly had a Musfet.
Oh, Mung and
yeah,
Frog.
Frog wasn't too easy on his teammate going through turn 1 either. Maybe Mung didn't share his biscuits in the team briefing.
That's quite possible. Enough biscuits for everyone, but Mung keeps them all to himself.
Yeah, it's never happening between JC and Mung now. JC's now 7.5 behind him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but a great drive all the same up to 4th.
Absolutely. Just trying to keep an eye on Gary to see if he actually goes into the pits.
I'd say he'd probably have to. With that fuel.
Yeah.
Just what rubber does he put on?
That's the question. And there he goes.
That's the question that's going to decide who wins this.
Oh? He does the compound?
Yep, he's put the hards on.
Yeah, he saved it all for the very last...
He kept us in with good English. He kept us in suspense.
Yes.
He's just going to go for a quick lap on the hards and then another one on the mediums probably. Vids isn't letting him have an easy time anyway.
We're really not giving any quarter.
Oh, he's trying to take the quarter panel off that BMW.
Do a barrel roll.
And there he goes in again.
I don't know if Mr. Gary is in the comms chat with the boys, but if he is, he's probably been told that he has to do this. Maybe he's gotten the rules. And what tire does he come on?
Yeah,
racing mediums.
Mediums to the end. So unlucky Britain Sport and Monk is staying in second and third.
Yeah. Well, Britain Spit hasn't lost a position, neither has Gary. They both qualified at where they are. I believe Mung qualified at 4th. It could be 3rd, but I don't really remember at the moment.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you either.
They did the DRSL quali, so
okay.
it was just fuel burning and trying to set the fastest lap possible.
It makes more sense. I mean, the other way, yeah, it is a little bit more structured, but just too many problems can come from it.
Yeah.
People hitting wrong buttons or disconnecting. And we have nobody near anybody.
Very, very split between them. Everyone. And Megan is running low on fuel. That could put Senna into the attack zone in the last 5 minutes if Megan goes in.
Senna can stay off the grass. Get off it, Senna. That same corner again, he's struggling with that turn 3.
Yeah, that...
Or turn 4, whatever way they count them here.
I think me and Senna are very similar on that point because I struggle a lot with the same corner.
I did till I think I either followed somebody or there's John Willem Egan in there. I either followed somebody or what I spectated them and find a line through there. You sort of have to stay, or as Dawson maybe did a lap guide, stay quite wide on the entry and stay one gear higher than you think, and basically eat that inner curb, and it will go through. You think you won't, but it will.
And John comes out 4.3 seconds ahead of Senna now, so...
Senna can still... Senna's tyres are warm as he's running wide again. He's going to struggle through this turn as well. No, he got slowed down. That's just killed his run at him though. I was just about to say this is where Senna's tyres are warm and John's will be cold, so he can still catch up close, but that moment killed that.
Well, if Senna can calm down a little bit now and focus properly, he might be able to catch up in the last 4 minutes, but it could be a low chance.
Yeah. You're talking about a second a lap. It's doable, but very difficult. Yeah. Senna is running a lighter car. He has less fuel than John, so... It's us playing ping pong with the wall there at the final turn.
That's great. The right side tires are really getting a pounding on this track.
Yeah. It's because you've got that final turn, the bank, and then the first turn they're going to take a absolute kick in through there. Ooh, easy, John. Back end of that Viper just trying to go through the first corner before the front there.
Yeah, that's never a good thing.
He held it well. He's got that Viper quite planted, so...
Well,
a car like that, you have to remember it's going to try and kill you.
Yeah, definitely. The GR3 version is the one I have the most experience with right now, but I've never driven the GR4 version that much, so I don't have enough experience to say anything about it. But the times I have driven it, it just have felt too heavy, and I've just given up on it. Doesn't suit my driving style at all.
John seems to have a pretty chuckable at the minute. He's not struggling through too many of the corners, though.
Well, we see Senna catching up a little bit, but I don't think it will be enough.
Yeah, it's only about a second he's pulled on him there in those last 2 laps. Although, if he keeps putting it on, there that Viper's trying to swap ends again, going through turn 1. All it takes is for John to look at the times for a split second too long and he could be in a wall. Because that little turn 1 incident has lost John nearly 7/10 of a second.
Yeah, Senna.
To Senna.
Really catching up now. He's reeling him in. It will be one more lap for these fellas. Probably.
Could we have a final lap showdown between the two? Oh, I've said it. It's not going to be now, is it? just pulled a little bit more time out to that final technical section. You really wouldn't think the Viper would be able to do that, being more of a point and squirt car, being American. It's just as it comes over the bump that Viper doesn't like it. So he had it a little bit more under control that time. JC's finished.
JC has won the race.
Yep, first one across the line. Well done, JC. Ball job second. Speed's third. Tended Frog is fourth. Britain Spit's fifth. Unlucky.
Yeah. He lost a couple of positions there.
Here comes Gary around the final corner. Well done, Gary. Hats off to you.
Gary has been unstoppable.
Celebration
always.
wave.
Long has done good in that little Corvette. It was close between Senna and Megan at the end.
Look at Monk's fuel, though. I was about to say he's not accelerating through the final corner.
Oh.
Well judged.
Barely any fuel left, and he goes for a celebratory sprint.
Ever to show off that man.
Oh, yeah.
Some guys I've seen in there, I never want to race. Way too fast for me.
Gary was unstoppable.
I was just checking. Gary is not in the party chat, so
he might
just played
be
the strategy.
Yeah, he might be. I don't know, unofficial. Well, might be comrade's friend.
Yeah,
from another server as well.
There's a few just for the 2 hours, isn't there?
Yeah.
Somebody is being a hooligan on track. Tenured Frog is entertaining the crowd before they leave. Doing donuts.
Burning off those rares. I'm not gonna save the replay because it's gonna be too damn big. So
yeah, I tried that once and let my PlayStation sit for ages trying to share it, and then failed at 99% every time.
Yeah, I think it's a limit of 200 megabytes or something now, or 150. And over that it doesn't want to share. So before it was a limit of 100 megs, but they've decreased that. Well, increased that, I mean.
Also can use that Mustang. Absolute hooligan. Gary is chomping at the bit.
What is it about JC and having to say hostess?
It's the hostess with the mostess. I'm not sure he gets it from.
Well,
I jump out of the room as well.
I am going to shut down the stream. So thank you for joining me, Craig. And
you're welcome.
Thanks to everyone for watching the stream and watching it on playback and everything. And stay awesome, everyone. Bye-bye.